The rain is picking up. I am on a little nature walk. It's a beautiful day. And today I'm really thinking about my roots of where I was brought up in Northwest Wisconsin, how I was raised, and I'm thinking about caregiving. And I think it's an important question I've actually never thought about really before until recently. I think that our roots play a really important part of our role and how we step up as a current day caregiver and our story. And I think that can go, many directions, right? Because I think, our roots, our history, our childhood, it can be complicated, can have a lot of layers. And so it really got me thinking about, what did caregiving look like for me? Saltine crackers, 7-Up with ice, my favorite stuffed animals, and cartoons from the 90s. These are the things that immediately come to mind when I think about what caregiving felt like growing up, or how I was cared for when I was sick, when I had the flu, when I had the chicken pox as a kid. And my grandma was a nurse, and so she was there to help take care of me, I think, on those really rough days, because she had the natural skills to kind of step in and take my temperature and make sure all was right in the world. And so I went through this writing exercise myself and was just thinking about, how was I cared for as a little girl? What did that feel like? What do I remember? Now, to be fair, I actually have a poor memory. Like, my long-term memory is not great. So I guarantee I had so many other people that love me, carrying hands, my parents, obviously, doing most of the heavy lifting, but probably other people, aunts, etc., caring for me that I don't necessarily remember in my, long-term memory. But the overall vibe and the overall energy is that I was very much cared for and loved. I think it's important, and it's been, at least for me, to think about, again, as this writing prompt today, how was I cared for as a child? What did I bring over from those experiences as I am now a grown woman in her 40s, an adult caregiver, walking my husband alongside this cancer journey? What does my caregiving look like? What is translated? This is a really interesting exercise. I started this walk and I didn't really have any ideas about what I was going to talk about or think about. And then it just kind of came to me as I'm literally going back to my roots every time I travel back to Wisconsin to spend time with my family. It was the perfect prompt to think about. Now, I want you all to give yourself some grace, because I know that this could be a complicated response, or surface some complicated things for some people as you're thinking about childhood and what caring looked like for you. And so give yourself some grace there, and think about, I want you to end the writing prompt thinking about one strength that you have brought to present day, something you've learned yourself, something you have influenced yourself outside of your upbringing that you have independently cultivated. And what is one strength that you bring to the table? And give yourself some credit, knowing we can go forward with our own new behaviors and things that we learn and things that we bring to the table. Happy writing.